Hello and welcome to our first lecture for intermediate algebra. We're going to do a group of lessons for preparation. They're not new material, but it's stuff we're going to use throughout the semester and in fact the whole year. We're going to start with how to simplify an expression. Our goals in this lesson are to review the order of operations and then use that order of operations to simplify a mathematical expression. And you might remember the order of operations related to, maybe please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, but it stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and then finally addition and subtraction. And we take the expression, we are going to simplify or do the operations that are given, and ultimately we follow the order. We do parentheses first, and then we do exponents, and then we do multiplication, division, do addition, subtraction, and then if we have to, we can go back through if there's been some stuff in parentheses that needs follow-up. Not in this lesson, but we're going to look at equations in the next lesson, and we solve or undo in reverse order for those. So today, this lesson, we will be performing the order the way it's given. For instance, if we evaluate the expression 6 plus 5 minus 3, the order of operations would look for parentheses and exponents, multiplication, division. None of that exists. We do have addition and subtraction, so we just go left to right. We get 11 minus 3, and we would say that is 8. Why don't you go ahead and do problem 2. You can hit pause and see if you get the right answer. Okay, order of operations says we're going to multiply first. That means we're going to do 30 minus 6, and that is 24. I hope you got that. Evaluating here, I'll do number 3. The multiplication that we have here is given by parentheses. It's the same as a dot or a star. So we're going to get 6 minus negative 12, which is 6 plus 12. You could probably do that in one step. We get 18. Try 4 on your own and see if you get the same answer. Okay, we have parentheses here, so we're going to do the 4 minus 1, which is 3 times 4. That gets us 12. All right, a little more complicated ones here with division. We'll go ahead and look at this long fraction bar. This long fraction bar should be looked at like a parentheses, essentially on top and on bottom. We'd evaluate those separately. So we look in the numerator here, and we would get long fraction bar 4 plus 12. And in the bottom, 8 minus 2 is 6. 4 plus 12 is 16 over 6. And you should be able to reduce that. 2 goes into 16, 8, and into 6, 3. 8 thirds, we don't do mixed fractions. We just leave it as an improper fraction at the high school. Number 6, go ahead and try that on your own, see how it goes, and we'll come back. All right. Long parentheses there. We're not going to add first. We're going to multiply. And now 7 plus 18 is 25. We get 75. Why don't you try these on your own, and then I'll go through and give answers. Go ahead and hit pause, try them both, and then when we come back, I'll go through them. Okay, again, think of the denominator as a parentheses. We'd get 20 over 10 minus 2, which is 8, and then we can do the 8 minus 3, that's 5. 5 goes into 20 4 times. If it didn't, if it was like 21 over 5, we'd just leave it as 21 over 5. Over here, long fraction bar lets us do our 18 over 9. 9 goes into 18 twice. Try these on your own, see how it goes. All right, long fraction bar again. This 3 is going to get multiplied. We get negative 1 plus 9 is 8. 8 over 8 is 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. Number 10, got some nested parentheses there. We got a 3 minus 1. Those are in parentheses, so we can actually do that math. We're going to have a multiply in here. 7 minus, and then negative 3 minus 8 is negative 11. 7 minus negative 11 is 7 plus 11, that's 18. and we get 36. Go ahead and try both of these on your own and then hit play and you can see how you did. Okay, for the first one here we'll do the math. 6 times 2 is 12, and then go ahead and 5 minus 1 is 4, so we get 21 plus 4 equals 25. And then for number 12, we have to remember the parentheses. Negative 2 minus 9 is negative 11, and then 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. Negative 11 times 6, negative 66. Notice here we have some variable terms. I'll do the first two, and then we'll let you guys get going on the last 4, and I'll work on those. Negative 5b plus 1b, you might want to put the 1 in there, is a negative 4b. For 14, sometimes we like to group like terms, the n terms here. 1n minus 10n is negative 9n. And then 3 is not a like term, so we couldn't combine those. Go ahead and try 15 and 16, and then I'll give answers, and we'll do the same with 17 and 18. Okay, we're going to distribute the 3. 3 times n is 3n, minus 3 times 4 is 12. These are like terms. 3 plus 2 is 5n minus 12. Come over here, again distribute negative 24 minus 21m, and then just bring down the plus 7m. I like to have my variable term first. I get a negative 21 plus 7 is a negative 14m, and then bring down the constant minus 24. The order won't matter. Negative 24 plus 4 or minus 14m would be the same answer. Go ahead and try 17 and 18, and we'll move on. Okay, distributing here gets a little bit tricky. We have 6m times m, that's a 6m squared, plus 6 times 7 is 42m, plus 8m. The m squareds are not like terms, so we can't combine the 6, but we do have a 42 and an 8, that is 50m. And then over here, distribute again. And you can think of this 4x times 6 as x as 4 times 6 times x times x. The order that we multiply won't matter. The 4 times 6 is 24, and then of course x times x is x squared. And then 4x minus 7 minus 28x. I'm going to put the what we call higher degree term first, the x squared, and then just add a 2x and a minus 28x to get negative 26x. All right. Throughout this semester, you'll get a lecture like we just saw. It's going to cover new material. And then you'll get an on your own. We call it an OYO. And when you come into class, we'd like you to give that a try at home, and we'll talk about it as a start to class, and then we'll give the assignment. So go ahead and try these on your own, and we'll see you in class.